Happy lunch hour, gang. Wednesday, huh? Okay. Uh, we all love how grocery prices are going up. Prices of everything are going up, everything, right? And pretty much we all know it's not going to get any better. But as I said in the title, so goes California. Now, we all know that the proving grounds for any idiotic Democrat policy start in California, and once they figure out how much damage they do, then they roll it out to the rest of the country. Well, there's a new one in California, and this kind of falls right in line with the socialist lefts and the traditional Democrat way of thinking, all wrapped up into one. California is trying to put together, or has already written, let's not say try to put together, they've already written a constitutional amendment that they are going to submit for passage, which, considering the makeup of the California legislature, means it's going to pass, okay, that will raise the state tax rate as much as 18%. Why? Because they want to pay for universal Medicare, okay? Medicare for all, single-payer health care, whatever you want to talk about. So California has crunched the numbers and figured out how to pay for it. Now, it's an 18% tax hike on the most wealthy in California, and obviously it's gradually down. Now, remember, California's got the highest taxes in the country as is, but hey, let's just pile on a little bit more, okay? So how are they going to break this down? There will be surtaxes on top of, okay, the current individual income tax, beginning at $149,000 or more. Now, I know $149,000 sounds like a whole hell of a lot of money, but go live out in California, and that's maybe middle class, okay? California is a very expensive place to live. Then this is where it gets in even more. A graduated rate, like I said, depending on your income, payroll tax system with the top rate, kicking in for employees that have more than $49,990 in annual income. 50 grand, okay? The top rate kicks in for anybody making over 50K. Now, let's do the math on this. California's got the $15 minimum wage, right? That's $31,200. So minimum wage is already 60% to where they need to be. That means anybody making over about $24 an hour in California pays the top tax rate for this, okay? So how do we stick it to businesses? Because, of course, we can't have capitalism in California. That would just be a nightmare. And this is how it affects us. A gross receipts tax, okay? That means a tax on whatever you sell. Kind of works the same way as like an income tax, okay? You sold $1 worth of stuff. Doesn't matter that your profit was 2 cents. You sold $1 worth of stuff. So we're going to tax you on that dollar. A gross receipts tax of 2.3%, excluding the first $2 million in business income. Now, I want to give you this, and this is how I say it affects us. 2.3% tax, or a gross receipt, the tax of 2.3% on whatever you sell, whatever revenue you generate. Most of us pay for anything and everything on either your debit card or your credit card, okay? The charge that a company takes, the company pays for the privilege of being able to accept debit cards and credit cards. 1/4 to 1/3% for a debit card. 3/4 to 1% for a credit card. So let's just say, for example, the grocery store has now sold $2 million worth of stuff. Okay? So they're now in this. They sell a loaf of bread for $1. 1 penny of that goes to pay the credit card company. So now their gross receipts are 97, or their net receipts are now 99 cents. Okay. However, they still have to pay the 2.3% tax. Okay. So which means they have to pay 3.3 cents total between the credit card fee and between the tax. So that brings them down to the gross income they have is 96.7 cents on that loaf of bread. However, the profit margin in a grocery store is 2.2%. So their break-even point is 97.8. Yet their after tax, after fees, receipts is 97.6. They have now lost 1.2 cents on selling that loaf of bread. How long does any store, let alone a grocery store, whose profit margins are about 2.2%, how long does any company stay in business when they are losing money? They don't, okay? They either go out of business or they raise prices. Now, how many companies have we already seen leave California? Boatloads of them. Okay? How many more companies are going to leave California because of this? Probably, if this passes, boatloads of them. Now, let's hope California isn't stupid enough to pass this. Okay? But the chances of them doing it, like I said, hell, they reelected Newsom. California never votes anything that's good for themselves. It's just, let's empower the king. So this is where you look at the price of food going up. Now remember this, how much of our food comes from California. This is for the other 49 states. A third of our fruits and a quarter of our vegetables come from California. Those shipping companies, guys, those are businesses in California. Guess what? They get more taxes. Okay? The farmers get more taxes. This is going to affect everybody. Then, of course, when you get the Bernie Sanders, AOC, Elizabeth Warren, Primal Jayapal say, look, cool, here's a way we can pay for universal health care. The average person will be paying an extra $12,250 in taxes in California. Okay? Take your paycheck. We're about time to fill out income tax returns. Take your paycheck, whatever you get paid, and take out $12,250 out of your check a year. A little more than $1,000 a month. Take $1,000 a month out of your household budget. Tell me how well you're going to do. Because that's what California is looking to do to us. And you know well, just like I said, as goes California, as goes the rest of the world under the Democrat leadership. Guys, this is what's coming. This is worldwide communism. Everybody says, look at socialized medicine in Sweden. Look at it in Canada. Ask any of the Canadians on this channel how well socialized medicine works. What do you wait 6 months to get an appointment? I will tell you this, the VA is pretty much socialized medicine. I have to wait, about 3 to 4 months to get an appointment, okay? For a regular appointment. Otherwise, if I've got something wrong, I go to the emergency room. Like poison ivy, that's an emergency room visit for me, okay? Because my doctor won't see me. This is what you've got to look forward to. This is what we need to be ready for, be prepared for, and basically do whatever the hell we can to stop. So goes California, goes the rest of the United States. Pinball out.